sure everything's plugged in this time.
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna bring that up.
You doing the live stream?
I am. Is that the next box over? Or?
No, we could probably.
Hello.
Hi.
You know, that's a good question. You might go in that middle booth and go on the far side. Do we know, are they going to hook into our stream, or do they just want our audio? Do you know how?
I don't entirely know.
Because we got confirmation that you guys can use our live stream, so I don't know how that works on your end, but.
I've got them real good.
And I hear Sparks.
What? We plugged in tonight?
Yeah, how about
All right,
that?
All right. You started it. You brought it up.
Gabby's a grizzled veteran.
Yes. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Game number 2, Gab?
Third of this week.
Third. Oh, that's right. You did Tuesday,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah, we did Tuesday.
Yeah.
Did softball on Tuesday. Yeah.
In fact, I saw a
Good afternoon from Carson Park in Eau Claire as Zaleski Sports presents Big Rivers Conference Baseball. Actually, one Big Rivers Conference team, the Eau Claire North Huskies, and a Wisconsin Valley Conference team, the DC Everest Evergreens. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined up in the booth by former Eau Claire Memorial head coach Dave Sparger, and for Sparg's second home game in as many days for the North Huskies, although yesterday they were on campus on their field next to the high school because Carson Park wasn't quite ready. So it's got to be an exciting time, even though it's a non-conference game, to be playing at Carson Park.
Well, there's nothing better than to be at home and actually playing at Carson Park. Truly one of the best stadiums in the state. Everybody loves to come and play here. Obviously famous for Hank Aaron statue out front. Nothing better than playing at Carson Park in the spring.
And the North Huskies won their first game of the season yesterday as they outslugged New Richmond. It was the Tigers on their home field Tuesday, getting the best of the Huskies. North started season over the weekend with the loss down at Holman. New head coach this year, longtime assistant Jordan Fish, moves up on the bench, taking over for Hall of Famer Bob Johnson, who, of course, coached North to a couple of state titles and multiple sectional titles. Again, and we talked about this yesterday, Sparks, with Eau Claire Memorial. Just nice to have that continuity when somebody from within the program can step up and become the head coach.
Much more ease of transition, as they say. You know, like you said, he just slapped over one seat. The kids know him. They're comfortable with him, and obviously that program really doesn't make any changes. Just been so successful. So you can expect Coach Fish just to carry that same blueprint forward.
So the Huskies 1-2 overall. They're 1-1 in Big Rivers Conference play. DC Everest, meanwhile, 2-1 overall, 1-1 in the Wisconsin Valley. They split a pair of games this week with Stevens Point. Lost on Tuesday, but came back to win a close one yesterday. So I think the Evergreens have to be coming to town feeling pretty good about the early return so far this season.
Yeah, tough way to start out. You got to face Stevens Point, which is a perennial power, always that sectional champ or heading to state. So you got them early in the season, and they were able to get that split, especially after a tough loss on Tuesday, getting shut out. But they came back with a nice win, and like you said, that's going to bode a lot of confidence for those kids going forward.
Scheduled hitters for Everest in this first inning: Kyler Soppe, Jake Versamak, Logan George. They will face the right-hander Chase Watkins. Jack Gorman is his catcher. Caleb Moss over at first. Jack Kane playing second. James Jarzynski's at third. Logan Hesselman is the shortstop. Outfield left to right: Brayton Tillman, Trenton Palmer, Ryan Hall. We got a game time temperature of 81 degrees. Sunny skies here in Eau Claire. First pitch from Watkins misses outside, and we are underway. Outfield medium deep. Center fielder Palmer shaded to the left side just a bit, or toward the left field line. 2-0 now the count on Soppe as Watkins is looking to hit that outside corner with his first two pitches and just missed. 2 balls and no strikes to the right-handed hitting Soppe to get the gate closed and situated, and we can resume live action. Count is 2-1 to Nate Langben. 1 down. Evergreens with the bases loaded. It's a piece of that one. The count is even now 2-2. Breaking ball misses outside. 3-2 now. The count to Langben. Nowhere to put him.
Yeah, Watkins would hate to lose him now. He had him in a 2-2 count, a chance to challenge him. Now he's got to come back and get one in there. He's got to get something in play here.
That one just missed by a bit. Bases loaded walk to Langben. Kyler Soppe comes in to score. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. And Andrew Cotter, the catcher, steps in, and head coach Jordan Fish is going to have a chat with his junior pitcher. You can get high-quality printed marketing materials at Allegra Eau Claire. Allegra Eau Claire is locally owned and operated and ready to serve you on East Claremont Avenue, just a block east of Memorial High School. Allegra Eau Claire is your one-stop source for design, print, mail, and signs. 715-839-1959 for high-quality printed marketing materials at Allegra Eau Claire. And it looks now like one of the assistant coaches is going to have to assist the outfielders in securing that gate out in center field. So we'll take this opportunity to keep thanking our sponsors here on Zaleski Sports. Looking to sell your residential property in the Chippewa Valley? Choose Jack Wallen Assist to Sell and save an average of $5,000. Jack Wallen Assist to Sell have been helping area homeowners sell their house and save thousands. Call Jack with Assist to Sell 715-831-6410 for a free consultation. And Sparks, once again, it appears that the gate in center field has been secured.
Well, I think they actually got a maintenance guy that knows what they're doing.
How about
to
that?
hustle out
Yeah,
there.
he came from beyond the fence.
Yep, so he's on the outside, came around, was able to secure that. I think it'll be taken care of now the rest of the game.
Right.
Huskies do have a guy in the bullpen actually warming up now, and that's going to be number 24, Maddox Gertz, a junior. I'm sure Jordan Fish, the head coach of North, would just as soon not have to bring him in so early.
Andrew Cotter steps in at the plate, left-handed hitter. Takes that one up high. Sparks, in a non-conference game, would a pitcher have maybe a little longer leash just because it's a non-conference game?
Absolutely, yeah, and especially this early in the year, you're just trying to get him to settle in and find the zone. But, you know, there comes a point where there's no return. You just got to go get them. But
which is not to say that the non-conference games aren't important, because they are, mainly because when you get to sectionals and the
Absolutely.
postseason, you are seeded as a group.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. When you go back and you start looking across conference play and, you know, you start comparing conferences and who played who, so it does make a difference. You're right.
2-0 pitch catches the strike zone, 2-1.
But again, a little longer leash. You know, again, one out. He's gotten one in so far, so he hasn't been hurt yet. Too bad. If he gets a good pitch here, gets that ground ball, he could get out of this inning.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Watkins has been around the plate, and it seems that when he's missed, it's outside to a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, he's at a lot of 2-strike counts.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Looking to find that location. Bases loaded, 1 down, top of the first. Fouled straight back towards us. Sparks, our first opportunity of the year, but it skipped off the netting and up on top of the roof. We were ready, though.
I thought I had it. Yep,
We were
didn't
ready.
quite make it
Yep.
in.
Yep.
I think Gabby will protect us. She's got the
DC
hands.
Everest alum Gabby Anderson, recent UW Eau Claire grad. She's ready to go. Multitasking as always. That's right. Yeah, just there's an opportunity to make a play, Gabby. You just go and do that. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. And Cotter takes a walk and another run forced in. So a pair of bases loaded walks. Logan George comes across to score for Everest, and the Evergreens have an early 2-0 lead. So now Colin Ebersold will step to the plate. Ebersold, the left fielder, right-handed hitter. Takes that one inside.
Yeah, this might be Watkins' last batter here. If he can't get him to put it into play, if he gets another walk or something, Huskies do have their bullpen ready. This might just be it, so hopefully he can find the zone.
Catches the corner there. It's 1-1. It'll be interesting to see what the Huskies do, because my guess is you want to keep Watkins in the hitting lineup.
Yeah, they
So
do
maybe
have him.
he-
Yeah, they have listed as the pitcher and DH.
pitcher DH,
Yeah,
so-
so he'll stay in, like you said, just DH if he has to get pulled. Ooh, that didn't miss by much.
Check swing, and yeah, that was close, but ruled a ball, so it's 2-1. Count now 3-1 to Everest. It also seems too when Watkins wants to kind of rear back and get a little extra oomph on that fastball, that's when those pitches are sailing high to go along with the breaking balls that are missing outside to a right-handed hitter. 3-1 pitch. Missed inside, another walk. So
And that
Caden
will do it.
Bankston will score. 3-0. Everest, one down here in the top of the first inning. So we will have a pitching change, and Maddox Gertz will enter. Gertz, a multi-sport athlete like a number of these guys are. Watkins played hoops for the Huskies. Gertz, who's on the basketball team, also a football player. So Maddox Gertz replaces Chase Watkins, and Gertz comes in at a tough spot. One down, bases loaded. So as a coach, you've got two things to do. You're trying to get this next pitcher ready, but I think you also need to go talk to Watkins at some point and just, what do you say to a guy who, again, didn't throw poorly, but just wasn't hitting his spots?
Yeah, this is one of those situations where you just tell him, listen, first outing, first time you've been out this year, you were around the plate, it wasn't terrible. Let's just forget about this, and you're going to get another shot. The next time we get you up, you'll be right there. You'll find the zone, work another pen this week and practice, and you'll be just fine. You certainly don't want to make him feel worse than he already does, and so you try to make sure you get some positive to him. Say, hey, you're around the plate, you got a lot of two strikes in there. We'll fine-tune a little bullpen this week, and we'll come back with you.
So along with the pitching change, we have a courtesy runner who will enter the game at second base for Andrew Cotter. It'll allow Cotter, the catcher, to get the gear back on.
I think that's 19, Logan Cherick.
Yes, Logan Cherick is the courtesy runner.
Yeah.
So stepping in at the plate is Noah Shimoleski to face the right-hander Maddox Gertz on in relief for the Huskies. Everest 3, North 0. That one misses inside.
Another hard situation here is the Husky defense. They just have not had any action. No balls put in place. They're starting to get on their heels.
Yeah, good point, Sparks, because that is one of the challenges of playing baseball is you have to be mentally into the game, even though there might not be a lot going around at your position. Grounder back
two.
up the middle. Kane can't handle it.
Boy, Kane just kind of battled with the base right there. That ball was hit. He was trying to find the base and the ball at the same time, and unfortunately bobbled it, went through his legs, and Huskies get nothing out of that.
So Nate Langman scores. Cherick, the courtesy runner, moves to third. Ebersold moves to second, and Noah Shimoleski reaches on the air. Now it's Pearson McDonald, the number 9 hitter. Center fielder for the Evergreens takes a strike from Maddox Gertz. Yeah, that's a tough one, Sparks, and I think it goes back to your point.
We just said.
Yeah.
How long has it been since they've seen action, had to move and do something? Here it comes. Obviously, got the slow roller. Obviously he's trying to make a play. He's trying to get two. Got a little excited. Can't even come up with one. So a tough error right there for the Huskies.
And it's one of those bouncing balls. Gertz couldn't get a glove on it, and it's literally going right over the base.
Yeah.
And so you had Hesselman, the shortstop, and Kane, the second baseman, both going over there. There's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Maddox Gertz. Gets McDonald on strikes for the second out. Now we move back to the top of the order, and Kyler Soppe. He led off the game with a walk and stole a base, came around to score.
Well, Gertz is coming in doing a nice job. He's throwing strikes, getting ahead. Again, put the ball in play. Make him do something with it.
That one gets away from the catcher. Runner breaks for home, and he will score.
Tough break right there. That's one that's probably got to get knocked down and kept in front.
Yeah, it's you could, maybe a 60% pass ball, 40% wild pitch. Gertz misses outside, and now it's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. That one misses.
Well, did I give him the announcer jinx?
Yeah, you may have.
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah,
He did a
you
nice
may
job
have.
coming in, pounding the zone, and I compliment with a nice job. He's come out with 3 balls, so 3-0 here on Soppy.
Pitch from Gertz misses outside. Another walk by the Huskies pitching staff. And Soppy has been on twice this inning, both times via the walk. It'll bring up Jake Versamak, who struck out swinging against Chase Watkins. Now it's first opportunity to face Maddox Gertz. 5 runs already in for the Evergreens. Here's a bouncing ball, and it's kind of surprised. I thought the Everest bench would give Coach Dave Langbin a little bit more grief for that Olay effort down there in the third base coach's box.
It's early in the year. They probably know better.
Exactly.
They know
Well,
better
that's-
just to leave him alone.
Yeah, a lot of coaches would say, hey, you got to conserve energy. 0-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. And Gertz, 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. Oh, Versamak just barely getting a piece of that one. Real defensive swing.
Very defensive. Practically took it out of the catcher's glove right there on that late swing. Falls it off to the right side. Stays alive.
Runners get their leads. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. So the Huskies finally get out of the inning, but the Evergreens score 5 runs. North Huskies coming to bat when we return on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I was just going to say that. So they're not concerned considering what they put up this last week. 10-17.
We are back at Carson Park in Eau Claire, a very long top of the first inning. DC Everest Evergreen scoring 5 runs on no hits. There was an error and 6 walks and a hit by a pitch. We've already had 1 pitching change in this one. So now it'll be Cole O'Brien, the right-hander for DC Everest, to face this North hitting lineup. Huskies in this first inning will send up Jack Kane, the second baseman, Logan Hesselman, the shortstop, and Jack Gorman, the catcher. And Sparks, if you're going to give up 5 runs, it's probably better you give up 5 runs early. And if there's one thing we've seen from this North team, both historically and this week, Huskies can score runs.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Is how they put up 10 on Tuesday and 17 on Thursday. So, yeah, this team has definitely got the offense to get back into this in a hurry.
Wind has quieted down a little bit, and the sun is currently hiding behind some of the light clouds here. Still just a beautiful day in Eau Claire as we approach mid-April. Temps in the 80s. Although reality returns tomorrow, is from what the weather people are saying.
Here we go, right? Mm-hmm. Wisconsin in April, 80 today and 43 tomorrow.
But next week looks pretty good, 50s and 60s throughout the week. So we'll be playing ball.
Nothing wrong with that. You'll take that here in April. That's pretty much your average.
Jack Kane ahead in the count, 2-1. Kane, a multi-sport athlete for the Huskies. Quarterback on the football team, forward on the boys hockey team, and key contributor for the Huskies on the diamond.
Yeah, he's been starting since he was a sophomore. Outstanding hitter. Good player for the Huskies.
Swing and a miss there.
I don't think he got cheated on that one.
No, he did not.
Man, was he cut or loose on that 3-1 pitch?
That pitch looked like it just dipped a little bit. It was either a cutter or a splitter or something from O'Brien. That one misses inside, and leadoff hitter Kane does his job by working a walk. So the Huskies have a man on, and it'll bring up the shortstop Logan Hesselman, another lefty hitter. Chmielewski, the first baseman, holding Kane. Hesselman trying to go opposite field there, but sends it foul.
Well, Jack Kane at first definitely has the speed to steal second, so we'll see if they want to risk that. They are down 5-0, but it is early.
No balls and a strike. Bouncing ball. Soppy has it to second for one. Relay in time. Logan George with the nice turn.
Real nice quick release from Soppy there at shortstop. Gave him a real nice delivery, and like you said, good turn at second, and they turn out that twin killing.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Jack Gorman. We talked about this yesterday during the River Falls Eau Claire Memorial game that was played in Altoona, that it wasn't that long ago that we had snow on these fields, but by and large, we've been really dry for about the last week, and with that wind, it just seems that the playing surfaces got a little bounce to them.
Yeah, they are quick. You're right, and that's exactly what helped with that turning that double play, as the ball got there quick, and they made a good turn on it. Yeah, I don't think we've had anything since that blizzard hit 2 weeks ago.
Gorman takes that one for a strike. It's 1-1. And again, for the North Huskies, this is their first game on this Carson Park surface. Yesterday was their home game, but they played it up at North High School on essentially the North practice field, where they generally play their JV games. Late swing by Gorman sends a number of evergreens scattering in that first base dugout.
Looks like everybody's okay, because, that got in there.
Yeah, nobody's standing on the rail, which is probably a wise thing. Well, the coach is standing, but he's a veteran. He knows how to get out of the way.
We just worry about the kids.
Right. Gorman takes that one outside.
Good location, though. Good spot. Just missed. You talk about scheduling and finding fields and stuff like that. Eau Claire Memorial is actually playing up at the Babe Ruth fields tonight.
Right, up at Mount Simon.
Yeah.
Yep. Ground ball to short. Soppy fires, and it's off the glove of Chmielewski. So Gorman reaches.
We did a nice job on that tough hop. It came up hard, hit him in the chest, but he actually fielded it real nice off his check. Had time, but when he launched it, he kind of threw it wide, and that one got away from the first baseman, too.
I think The shortstop, Soppy, had a little bit more time than he thought.
I would
You
agree.
got the
Yep.
catcher running down to first, but that's a natural inclination. If you bobble the ball, that as an infielder, you got to get rid of it quickly.
Yeah, and Soppy's got a good arm. I mean, he showed that right there. Like you said, he could have taken one more shuffle and really kind of gathered himself for that throw and been a little more accurate.
So now stepping in is the designated hitter, Chase Watkins, who began this game on the mound for the Huskies. Couldn't get out of the first inning, so you know that he's a motivated hitter. Takes that one for a strike, 1-1.
Well, Cole O'Brien here for Everest is doing a nice job throwing strikes, getting ground balls, keeping his team in this. Just keeping them
Watkins
engaged.
takes that one a little low. It is 2-1. Two balls and a strike, 2 down. Bottom of the first, Huskies have a runner on. Watkins backing off the plate, but home plate umpire said it caught the corner.
Yeah, Watkins is tight. I mean, he does like to crowd the dish, so O'Brien with a real nice fastball on that inside kind of backed him off, but it was good for a strike.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses inside, 3-2, so the runner will get a head start. You're going to let the catcher run for himself out there. Watkins takes that one outside. Now the Huskies have a pair of runners on in their half of the first inning. First walk issued by the pitcher Cole O'Brien, and Andrew Cotter is going to go out and have a word with Trenton Palmer, another lefty hitter, stepping in for the Huskies. If you're looking for a place to feed your family after work, the game, or this weekend, go to Pizza Del Rey for hot pizza, salad bar, and more. Pizza Del Rey has been feeding Eau Claire since 1976. You can find Pizza Del Rey on North Hastings Way in Eau Claire or on Facebook. Runners get their leads. Strike one to Trenton Palmer. First baseman Shimoleski playing back, not holding the runner. Watkins over there at first. That one in the dirt. Runner trying to advance. That throw in the dirt, and everybody moves up.
Well, great read there by Jack Gorman. He saw the downward path of that ball, saw it hit the dirt. He took off, no hesitation, because that was actually an excellent throw by Andrew Cotter for Everest. Put it right on the bag, but again, Gorman just too quick. Good read.
Yeah, pitch in the dirt, and a good job, as you mentioned, by Cotter, first to just block the ball and keep it there and give himself a chance. But now the Huskies with a chance to get something across here. Palmer takes that one up high. 2 balls and a strike, the count on Trenton Palmer, the center fielder for the Huskies. Palmer, line drive, that gets through. 1 run is in. RBI single for Trenton Palmer, and the Huskies are on the board. Jack Gorman comes in to score. Chase Watkins moves over to third.
Tell you about shortstop Kyler Soppy, actually had a play on that ball, but in his reaction to it, he tried to go after it with 2 hands and shortened his reach for that. If he just kind of reaches out and backhands that with 1 hand, he's got a better chance at that. Instead, he tried to place it up with 2 hands and shortened his reach.
Brayton Tillman now the hitter for the Huskies. Tillman the left fielder. Another one of those hockey guys for the Huskies. In fact, he was Jack Kane's line mate this past season. Takes that one low. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Huskies batting with 2 outs. They've got 1 run already across in what has been a long first inning. 3-0 now, the count to Tillman. Why do you turn them loose here, Sparks?
No, I don't think so. You're still trailing 5-1. You need base runners. You got to load these up and let Jarzinski come on up with bases loaded, put the pressure again on the pitcher. So he'll be taking one of them at least.
Quick throw back to first, and Palmer is back in. Three balls, no strikes. Tillman takes inside, and the bases are loaded. And the tying run comes to the plate in the person of James Jarzinski, and we're going to get a mound visit for DC Everest. You can have all your landscape needs tailored to you with Grounds Pro Landscape Group. Grounds Pro Landscape Group provides full-service landscape management services to residents and businesses throughout the Chippewa Valley. Lawn care, irrigation, decks, patio, and more made easy for you by Grounds Pro Landscape Group. Find Grounds Pro Landscape Group on Truax Boulevard and also on Facebook. And calling all number crunchers, math nerds, and abacus sliders, Eau Claire Truck and Trailer is looking for a full-time bookkeeper. This position allows you to be in a great work environment with awesome people and top pay. Accounting professionals and bookkeepers, call Eau Claire Truck and Trailer today at 715-874-6820 or stop in at Eau Claire Truck and Trailer just off I-94 at exit 59.
Well, the strike zone continues to be a struggle for these pitchers today. And again, their first outing, young kids getting their chance for their first time this year, but Huskies had 6 walks in the first, and DC Everest now with 4 walks.
Bases loaded, James Jarzinski, the third baseman, at the plate. Takes that one outside, and another nice stop by the catcher, Cotter. Keeping that one in the glove and keeping it from getting back to the backstop.
Yeah, Cotter's had several nice blocks back here behind the dish.
Jarzinski sends that one foul. Beyond the bleachers here. Right side at Carson Park. Number of folks in the bleachers today. Number of people making the drive over from the greater Schofield area. Plenty of North fans and their bleachers as well. We got a bunch of folks in the grandstand as well. That one bounces past the catcher. They thought they were going to have a play at the plate. They overthrew the pitcher covering, and after all that, everyone just retreats back to their positions.
Retreat or scramble. I think that was a scramble drill right there.
Yeah,
that wild pitch was so bad that he hit off the backstop and actually ricocheted back quickly. And so Watkins over there at third base had to scramble back. He would have been out easily at home.
He would have been out easily had the throw been good, but the throw from the catcher.
Yeah, then as we saw, the throw went wild.
Oh, boy.
But again, nice job of the shortstop there. That's actually his job, is to back up that throw coming back from the catcher to the pitcher there, and he was there in position.
2-1 pitch. Misses inside, and it hit Jarzinski.
Yep.
So an RBI for Jarzinski on the hit by pitch. Watkins comes in to score. Huskies make it 5-2. The bases remain loaded. Now the go-ahead run comes to the plate. Caleb Moss.
Well, then the Huskies are just one hit away from tying this thing up.
Oh, right. And you can hear in the dugout a lot more chirping coming from that north side, a lot more encouragement than there was when, this inning started. But we talked about it, Sparks, as Moss takes a strike. It's early, it's high school baseball, and, if there's one thing we've seen from the North Huskies over the years is there's got a lot of contact hitters in that lineup. 0-1 pitch. That one inside. Ball and a strike, 2 down. Moss got a piece of that one. Just under it by a bit.
Again, nice job by Cole O'Brien. He's get back in the zone. You've got to force the Huskies to swing the bat to put it in play. That's the thing with these young pitchers. It's just a matter of getting that confidence and pounding the strike zone. Make them put things in play.
That one sails past the catcher. Play at the plate, not in time. Palmer comes in to score on the wild pitch. It's 5-3. So now runners at second and third. Got the tying run out there at second base with Jarzynski. Huskies answering the Evergreens here in the bottom of the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one in the dirt, and it hit him.
Clipped him in the foot.
So Moss reaches on the hit by pitch. And Sparks, it's like we've had similar half innings.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Pitcher's struggling a little bit, can't find the strike zone. A lot of walks. We've got 8 runs so far today on 1 hit.
Yeah, with that, Dave Langman's going to take a stroll out to the mound. He does have a left-hander warming up in the bullpen out there. Well, you talked about it, Sparks, in our pregame. Okay, each of these teams has played Tuesday and Thursday, conference games, so basically you're down to your number 3, and in some cases 4 or 5. Again, this is one of these games you're trying to see what do you have for depth as far as pitching.
Absolutely, because really what you're talking about Tuesday, Thursday, like you said, you're starting your number 1 on Tuesday, number 2 on Thursday, and basically your number 3 is closing out both those games. So you're going through 3 pitchers right there just for your 2 conference games. And so now here you go, non-conference, let's see what else we got. 4, 5, 6, well, today we might be down to 8 and 9 pitchers just for trying to find guys that can throw strikes. These are those games where you just got to get some confidence in a pitcher that's going to pound the strike zone, force action, make the guys put it in play.
And I think in some of these cases, Sparks, these are guys that, will be coming in a relief appearance, maybe like a situational type pitcher, maybe not used to starting, and it's a different mindset.
Absolutely. And I'm sure the coaches down the line have always been saying, you know what, this will be our weekend starter. This will be our non-conference guy. Let's get them out there. Let's see what happens. And then, like you said, it's different. Last year maybe they came in for an inning or 2 in the 5th or 6th inning or did a non-conference relief work. Like I said, it is different when you've got to have that mindset that I'm starting. I've got to get up there and I've just got to throw strikes right out of the gate. And when you start to struggle, it just seems to compound itself.
So neither starting pitcher is able to make it through the first inning. Cole O'Brien, his day is done. And the Evergreens go to the pen. You're going to bring in the
19?
Lefty, Logan Sherrick, who appeared in the top half of this inning as a courtesy runner. 5-3 is your score. Huskies will have the bases loaded. Security Health Plan helps individuals and businesses find the right health insurance program for kids, adults, and families. Security Health Plan will also help you navigate Medicare and Medicaid. Self-employed, no problem. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. You can get Culligan water for just $9.95 per month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that DC Everest had 2 outs and nobody on after they turned that nice double play with the second guy at the bat. So it's been a long inning since then.
Yeah, and it started with the error on the bouncing ball by Gorman. So, yeah, you could play that what-if game, but, if you're out in the field, you just got to just put all that aside and concentrate on the next pitch. Ryan Hall steps in for the Huskies. Number 9 hitter takes a strike from the relief pitcher Logan Sherrick. Tillman is the runner at third. Jarzynski's at second. Moss is at first. That one gets away. Here comes the runner. Throw not in time. Tillman scores. It's 5-4. Sparks, if this keeps up, they're going to have to get the lights on here fairly soon.
Yeah, we'll be in the third inning.
Yeah,
no kidding.
We got started at about, 4:33 or thereabouts. My phone is telling me it's 5:21, and we have not made it out of the first inning. 9 runs, 5 for the Evergreens, 4 for the Huskies, who are still batting here in the second. 1-1 the count to Ryan Hall. Ooh, that one just foul. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Huskies have runners at second and third, now trailing by a run.
Logan Sherrick, he's up on it now. He's got 1-2. We'll see if he's got something a little off speed. Maybe snap off a bender to see if he can get him to fish on this one.
Center fielder very shallow for the Evergreens. Hall takes that one upstairs. Good take, 2-2.
Real good take. That's tough there when you got 2 strikes on you. They wanted to see if you get him to chase up, and he let it go.
Jake Versamak out in right is also fairly shallow, but McDonald in center is way in. And a hit by pitch. The inning continues. We're back to the top of the order in Jack Kane, and if you're the Huskies, boy, this is where you want to be. Good contact hitter in Kane, a guy with some pop.
Yeah, your best hitter is up with 2 outs and bases loaded. Pitcher's been struggling. He's going to sit on a pitch. He could do some serious damage.
Center fielder McDonald still playing shallow. Pitch from Sherrick misses outside.
On that last hit by pitch, DC Everest coach Dave Langben was a little concerned that he didn't get out of the way of the pitch. You know, and they were like causing issues with the fact that he didn't move for the pitch. And now Dave's not real happy with some people in the crowd chirping at him. But back to that hit by pitch, it almost looked like Hull didn't move out of the way at all of that pitch. And Dave was like, well, you can't give him first base if he's not going to even make an attempt to move. But Blue didn't see it that way, so he gave him the base.
So we've got a bit of a delay here. And so we will be back to live action. Not sure what was said or who it was directed at, but
yeah, obviously some of the fans
enough,
over there.
It was enough for.
They were chirping at the Everest coaches about that last call, and they weren't about to sit there and listen to that all game. So we just asked those guys to get moved.
Kane takes that one low.
Kane's got to be patient. Can't be overly aggressive here. Again, the walks have been there, so he's got to make sure it's going to be a strike.
2 balls, no strikes to Jack Kane. Watches that one go by. It's 3-0. Well, Sparks, this is the second time this inning we've had a 3-0 count with runners on, but now you got a 5-4 game.
Yeah, the board's got us at 2-0. You got 3-0?
I got 3-0. And
I'll tell you what, if it's 3-0 with Kane, I'm giving him the green light. That is one guy that I would trust 3-0.
Takes that one for a strike. Well, you know, that's the 6 of one, half dozen of the other. I mean, you've got a relief pitcher who has not been exactly hitting his spots, so
I think
you want to
Kane's
see really your pitch.
Yeah. Kane's got that discipline, though, and he could take it out in that short porch in a hurry.
Yeah, good pitch from Sherrick.
Yeah.
Just on the outside corner. So now the runners will be in motion. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jack Kane trying to get this game tied or give his team the lead. And that one misses outside. It's an RBI for Kane on the walk. Jarzynski scores. This game's all tied up. It's 5-5.
Just a mirror image of each other, top of the half, bottom of the half. The only difference is the Huskies have one hit.
Logan Hesselman steps in. Hesselman is the guy that hit into the double play, what seemed like about 20 minutes ago. Another opportunity to drive in some runs. Sherrick catches the outside corner. It's 0-1 to Hesselman. Hesselman now in an 0-2 hole. Yeah,
Sherrick outside edge, comes back on the inside edge, so he's up 0-2.
Hesselman looking to drive the ball. 0-2 pitch. Fought that one off. Huskies and Evergreens all tied up, 5-5. Hesselman rips one just foul.
Boy, as a pitching coach, you'd like to say, let's nibble on the outside, let's make a good pitch and see if we can get him to chase. But, boy, the struggle has just been there to throw strikes. You almost can't waste a pitch. You got to make sure you keep coming after him to see if you can get him.
Yeah, that time Sherrick wanted to come inside but left it out over the plate. Hesselman ripped it, but just foul. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs. Lifted to left center. Long run for Eversold. He won't get it. 2-run score. Here comes the third Huskies run. It's a bases-clearing double for Logan Hesselman, and the Huskies have battled back to take the lead. A ringing double clears the bases. Moss, Hull, and Kane all come around to score.
Yeah, how about Hesselman? His first time up, he grounds into the double play, gets 2 outs and nobody on, and all of a sudden he gets to come up again in the first inning, and he bases clearing double. Gets 3 RBIs.
So 2 down still here in this bottom of the first. Jack Gorman comes to the plate. He reached on an error, and that started this merry-go-round for the Huskies. Advanced around the bases, came around to score. The Huskies have not committed an out ever since.
Yeah, think about that. It could have been 3 guys up and 3 outs if it weren't for that error.
Bouncing ball, left side. Langben has it. Throw across in the dirt. It gets away. Hesselman will come around to score. There's a play at second, and Gorman is safe. So Sparks, the score is now 9-5. North leading. We've had 14 runs on 2 hits.
Yeah, hard to explain that one to the folks at home. But again, typical non-conference early in the season. This is what can happen.
Yeah, and down in your pitching staff. But again, I think these teams can use this as an experience and build off of it. Chase Watkins stepping it again for the Huskies. He reached on a walk. He scored earlier this first inning.
Yeah, Watkins saw a fastball there, kind of leaned into it like he was trying to take one.
Big swing and a miss.
There's a good hack. Again, 0-2. Sherrick up again on the count.
Ground ball to first. Shimoleski has it, steps on the bag. And the Evergreens finally get out of the inning, but not before the Huskies score 9 runs on 2 hits. And after one complete, Eau Claire North 9, DC Everest 5. Second inning coming up on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
We are back at Carson Park, a first inning that took roughly 58 minutes. 14 runs total were scored, 5 by the Evergreens, 9 by the Huskies. So DC Everest will send up 2, 3, 4 in their order. Logan George, Caden Bankston, and Nate Langman to face the second Huskies pitcher of this game, Maddox Gertz.
Well, Maddox Gertz did come in relief, and he only had 1 walk, so he did find the strike zone and made Everest put the ball in play. So,
and he got Versamak on strikes.
Yeah, look
to end the inning.
Yep.
0-1 pitch, catches that outside corner, and it's 0-2.
That's a real nice pitch, little cross arm throw there. Bites that outside corner. If he could live there, he'll have a nice evening, I'll tell you.
Logan George was hit by a pitch in the first inning and came around to score. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout for Maddox Gertz. Logan George is retired, and now Caden Bankston comes to the plate.
Gertz has kind of got that crossfire. You know, he reaches out a little more 3/4, and he crosses across his body as he throws. Get that good angle right to left across the plate.
Swing and a miss by Bankston. Yeah, he's got that delivery that
a little funky.
Funky, and it's, you know, for a timing, you're trying to time that as a hitter, it can be problematic. He's ahead 0-2. Boy, you like this if you're Jordan Fish, the head coach of the Huskies, that your second pitcher of this game comes in just throwing strikes after that long inning when your offense put up 9 runs. Tried to catch that corner but missed.
Yeah, nothing better than to come back out and go 1, 2, 3 and get back in the dugout, no doubt.
Lifted in the air.
Shallow, could be issues.
Tough play coming on as the center fielder Palmer can't make the catch. And then Bankston heads up base running, gets into second.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. I think Hesselman should have just stayed put because obviously Kane had a beat on it, or the center fielder, Palmer coming. He probably should have just stayed put and covered the bag. They had a play there at second.
Yeah, and that's another one of those defensive plays where communication is key. Nate Langman now steps in. He was walked in the first inning and came around to score. He lifts one in the air, kind of a similar play.
Somebody's got to call
Coming on as the right fielder, Ryan Hall, makes the running catch. So 2 down here in the second inning. Well, one thing, you've got a little bit of a wind, And secondly, again, Sparks, these are these things that you have to experience in a game.
Yeah.
If you've been indoors, you can't simulate
you can't do it in
that.
the gym. You're exactly right, Bob. You talk about it. You talk about the triangles. Who should take precedence on this? Who calls off who? But until you get outside and actually have it happen, you're right. It is tough.
Andrew Cotter steps in. Cotter walked, was credited with an RBI because he walked with the bases loaded, and he came around to score. Now batting with 2 out here in the second and a runner in scoring position. Gertz continues throwing strikes. Got the count even 1-1.
Yeah, Gertz, again, nice job. He gave up that 130-foot double that just happened to find the perfect spot. But other than that, he's been really throwing well. Ooh, just missed on that breaking ball.
Yeah, and going back to that play, you're right, Sparks. I think that's, the shortstop and second baseman have to communicate who's going out for it. Everybody wearing Columbia blue thought that was a strike.
2 steps to the dugout, not so fast.
But again, you got to communicate because somebody's got to be at that bag. And, if those guys are going out, then it's up to the first baseman. Lifted high to center field. Long run for Palmer. Still going back.
Nice
And he
catch.
makes a running catch. Nicely done in center field by Trenton Palmer. Evergreens retired in their half of the second. They get a hit, but no runs. We move to the bottom of the second right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
We're back at Carson Park, moving to the bottom of the second inning. Eau Claire North, 9 runs in their half of the first inning. The Huskies have a 9-5 lead over DC Everest. North will send up Trenton Palmer, Brayton Tillman, and James Jarzynski. 5, 6, and 7 in the order for Eau Claire North.
Well, Shirk just needs to continue where he left off. He started to really find the zone nice at the end of that last inning and just throw the strikes, make the Huskies put it in play, make your defense work for you here.
Sparks, and we've talked about being mentally into games. These are the games that are really challenging, and these innings that go on and on and on. And boy, as a ball player, whether you're hitting or in the field, you just kind of have to wipe the slate clean and, break the game down into those smaller elements.
Yeah, the defense can struggle in these games because they know that you're throwing your number 5, your number 6 guy, and if they're not throwing a lot of strikes, they just kind of sit back on their heels going, come on, man, find the zone, let's go, and then it becomes a negative. Like I said, and then they all of a sudden get on their heels and don't make the plays they're supposed to make.
Palmer, a hard hit ball, and it gets through Logan George at second.
Case in point.
Throw is late.
That really a routine play there. Hard hit ball at second. He just got to move his feet, pick and throw, and he lets it eat him up. Gets a bad hop. Instead of coming to get it 1 hop earlier, and now the leadoff guy is on with an error.
And isn't it the way that happens, Sparks? It's not a routine hopper that you get either after these long innings. It's that hard hit ball that gets to you in a hurry.
Yeah, again, we talk about the coaches, though. You've got to play that hop out of it. So if he just comes and takes one more step forward, he takes that bad hop out of it. Be a little bit more aggressive. Come and play the ball. Don't let it play you.
Brayton Tillman stepping in. Yeah, you've got to judge that ball off the bat, and you're absolutely right. If you can just take that, just start that, even like a half step in, You're going to kind of feel the ball on your terms, as it were.
Little surprised the Huskies are squaring here. They've had such success with either drawing walks or hitting it hard. So we'll see if he's actually going to let him have a swing here now with one strike.
They are holding the runner, Palmer, at first.
Well, he was ready to swing on that one. Yeah, he took the bunt off, and now he's sitting with a 1-2 count, so he'll be hammering.
One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner moving. Pitch bounced in the dirt. Stolen base for Palmer. So now the Huskies have another guy in scoring position.
Yeah, picked a good pitch to run on, threw a little breaking ball that went in the dirt, was able to get understanding. Like you said, Huskies guy in scoring position and still nobody out. Tillman's looking to at least pull it to the right side to advance that runner. Fights that one off.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Brayton Tillman. Huskies batting in their half of the second inning, leading 9-5. Tillman takes there, and the count is full. Long look to second base by Sherrick. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch by the lefty Sherrick. Came up and in on Tillman, who swung through that one. One down here in the second inning, and James Jarzynski steps in.
Well, you said it, Logan Sherrick with a really nice pitch. Lefty got that tail that ran inside on the left-handed hitter, and he swung right through it. A good pitch on a 3-2 count. Big out for him.
Outfielder is now shading toward the left field line. Pearson McDonald in center, still playing awfully shallow. I'm just going to say that McDonald must have some wheels and a lot of confidence on balls hit past him.
Well, they might have the philosophy that you've got to hit one over us before we, really believe that you can do it. Trying to take away some of that short game.
Hard hit ball by Jarzynski. Look at that stab by the shortstop, Soppy. Wow, that was nicely done.
Soppy making it look easy. A couple steps forward, takes on the short out, little scoop. Shuffle and throw, really nice play.
Yeah, if you're Jarzynski, there's nothing else you can do. I mean, you hit that ball.
Oh, yeah, hit a bullet.
You hit it right off the barrel and nothing to show for it. But a lot of coaches now will keep track of those hard-hit balls. It's just another measuring stick for your hitters.
Yeah, we call that a quality at bat. A hard-hit ball, taking more than 5 pitches on your at bat. All part of those quality at bats you can get.
Caleb Moss. Where is that one for the second time this game? Moss reaches via the hit by pitch. So now Ryan Hall will come to bat. Ryan Hall was hit by a pitch in that 9-run first inning for the Huskies.
Well, I'll tell you what, Caleb Moss had no intention of moving. He saw that pitch coming. He's like, yeah, I'll just wear this one. I'll take the base.
Yeah, especially with, I think it was an off-speed pitch, too. So you're like, yeah, I'll wear this one. I'll get on base. Hall lifts one to left, going over Ebersold.
Nice
and
play.
He makes the catch in foul territory. So the Huskies are retired here in the second. We move to the third with North leading Everest 9-5. You're watching non-conference baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Get ready to start the third inning here at Carson Park. 14 runs across already in this one, all scored in the first inning. Everest put up a 5-spot, top of one. North came back with a 9-run inning. Neither team scored in the second. Now in the third, 7, 8, 9 in the batting order for the Evergreens. Colin Ebersold, Noah Shimoleski, and Pearson McDonald.
Well, going back to that second inning, both relievers in the second inning gave up no runs because they had no walks. They did a nice job of throwing strikes. So kind of the formula for success today, throw strikes.
Maddox Gertz delivered a strike. And Sparks, is it just me or does the home plate umpire have a big strike zone?
I think
now that after a 14-run
first
inning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's outrageous by any means. It's not like he's giving him 3 inches off the edge, but yeah, you're right. He's giving a good ball, like maybe out on the edge, trying to help these young guys get strikes, and again, keeping the action moving.
I was just going to say that. Keep it moving here. And strike 3 called. One down here in the top of the third. Noah Shimoleski will step in. Shimoleski reached on an error as part of that 5-run first inning for Everest.
Will that stay in?
Straight back.
Nice
and a
play.
nice play by the catcher, Jack Gorman.
Gorman played that perfect. Went back, found the screen, took 2 steps back, and made a beautiful catch on that for the second out.
And again, Spargs, a great play, but especially being that this is the first time they've played here at Carson Park.
Yeah, you're right. Got new surroundings, and I'm sure, again, in practice they've done a lot of those, but again, different surroundings, different feel, well played.
Driven to center by Pearson McDonald, but Trenton Palmer is there. And Maddox Gertz works a 1-2-3 inning, and the Huskies coaches are fired up about that.
Absolutely. What a 6-pitch inning is all it was.
We move to the bottom of the third. Eau Claire North coming to bat and leading 9-5 here on Zaleski Sports.
Power & Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Find Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Bottom of the third inning here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Eau Claire North Huskies leading the DC Everest Evergreens 9-5 in this non-conference game. Huskies will send up the top of the order. Jack Kane, Logan Hesselman, and Jack Gorman against the lefty Logan Sherrick, who came in to pitch in that first inning when the Huskies scored 9 times.
Jack Kane with a couple of walks so far today.
Came around to score in that first inning in his second plate appearance. Kane takes that one for a strike. "0-2 is the count. Lifted to left. Ebersold backpedaling. It's over his head.
Got all turned around as that ball started to slice.
Kane into second with a stand-up double. Ebersold never got a glove on it.
Yeah, I think that's got to go down as a double.
Yeah, it looked like he had a play, but with that wind blowing out, it just kind of kept slicing on him, and he got turned around. And Huskies have a runner in scoring position here in the third inning. Logan Hesselman coming to the plate. It was Hesselman who got that bases-loaded double to knock in 3 runs to help get the Huskies going in that big inning. He drives one to center. Pearson McDonald going back, still going back, makes the catch. Kane hits back to second. He was not tagging up. So a couple good at-bats for the Huskies, but one out, and Jack Gorman coming to the plate.
Yeah, a little bit of base running mistake right there by Kane. As he started to settle on to make that catch and deep in the outfield there, he probably could have gone back and tagged to try to move up, especially with his speed. So he should be really at third base with one out.
Ground ball up the middle. What a stab by Soppy. Got him at first. Oh, my.
Give me a highlight reel on that play.
You know, just like Jarzynski last inning. Bounced out to the shortstop. Gorman heads back to the dugout thinking, what I got to do to get a hit?
Oh.
So Kane, he moved up on the play, so he's over at third base now. Soppy is still trying to get the dirt out of his glove and
shorts and everything
off
else.
his jersey. Yeah. Wow, what a play. Chase Watkins follows that one off.
Going back to that fly ball, though, if Kane tags and moves up on that and at third, he scores on that ground ball, so that would have given Huskies another run. But again, a great job at shortstop right there by Soppy to save a run and get the out, too.
Lifted high in the air to left center. McDonald going back. It's a long run. Who's got it? Nobody. Kane will score. Now they're sending Watkins, and he is in. A triple for Chase Watkins. An RBI triple. Jack Kane comes around to score. It's 10-5. Huskies have the lead.
Well, I really feel that Ebersold, that left fielder, probably had a play on that, and as he got closer, he just kind of gave up on it and let the center fielder keep coming. And again, maybe he called him off and said he had it, but Ebersold gave up on that play pretty early. It looked like he was pretty close and could have had that. Early season communication.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Again.
We talked about it with North, and now I think it played in for Everest. And now Trenton Palmer comes to the plate. Palmer singled and scored in the first. Reached on an error in the second.
You know, you've mentioned before about the wind and what it's doing right now, and everything's carrying, and it's kind of carrying towards left field. So that had a factor on that high fly ball, no doubt.
Palmer takes that one for a strike. It's 1-1. And again, you know, Everest playing in an unfamiliar stadium, and, you know, it's a little different background if you're looking in from the outfield. 1-1 pitch. Missed outside. It's 2-1.
Everest outfield looks like it's actually backed up now a few steps.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about how shallow they were playing, boy. They've had to turn and run, and it's been an issue to have to try to go run and chase something down. So give yourself a little more room out there. It's a lot easier to come in on one.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Sparks. I think initially it was like, okay, see if you can hit it over our heads, and now the Huskies have done that.
Yeah,
found a couple gaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 3-1 now to Trenton Palmer.
Really, two of them this inning that could have been caught.
Watkins gets his lead over at third. 3-1 pitch. That misses high and away. Huskies have another base runner as Palmer reaches via the walk, and that's going to bring up Brayton Tillman. Walked and scored in the first, struck out swinging in the second.
Everest calling out their defensive set here on a first and third situation with 2 outs. See if the Huskies want to go.
Oh, and the runner breaks. Now he's in a rundown. Watkins looking. He's going to have to take off at some point. And they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball, but they give him the out. They give him the out. So the Huskies run into an out. They do score 1 in the third inning. After 3 complete here at Carson Park, Eau Claire North leading DC Everest 10-5. Back with more baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Heartland Custom Homes is a local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
Top of the fourth inning here at Carson Park. Eau Claire North leading DC Everest by a score of 10-5. Evergreens will send up the top of their order. Kyler Soppe, Jake Versamak, and Logan George to face the reliever Maddox Gertz, who's been pretty sharp since entering in the first inning when Everest put up all 5 of its runs.
Brad, will give Everest a lot of credit for how they defended that first and third situation and end the inning. Really kind of played that to perfection. Pitcher stepped off on the early break from first, checked the runner at third, and then gave it to the shortstop or second baseman there to run the runner back. And they executed that to perfection to get the out with not allowing a run.
And I'm wondering if there was a little bit of miscommunication there between the base runner over at first and what the Husky coaches wanted. 2-1 now the count to Soppe.
Yeah, usually you get that when you do that early break. You're trying to draw that throw to the second baseman, shortstop, and then as he takes off, that guy from third tries to come home because you want to make that second baseman make that long throw as he's running. But the guy from third never did make a break for it. I mean, eventually you just got to go for it. So.
Bouncing ball, foul. Two balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called.
Real nice pitch. I don't know if he threw the slider, a little curveball there, but definitely had him fooled. As Soppe kind of turned into it like he was going to get hit or tried to wear it, but easily a strike. Good called strike 3. Good pitch right there from Gertz.
And I've got Maddox Gertz for 4 strikeouts since he entered this game in relief.
Yeah, both relievers have done a really nice job.
Jake Versamak fouls that one off at the plate. He has struck out twice today. Swinging in the first and then looking later in the first. His second at-bat against Maddox Gertz. Grounded to short. Hesselman has it. Throw across in time.
Nice smooth play by Logan Hesselman there at short.
Versamack was moving down the line, but you're right. Hesselman just fielded that one cleanly, made the nice throw across, got him by a half step.
Yeah, Versamack made it interesting, though. You're right. He definitely has good wheels down the line.
Logan George now. He was hit by a pitch, scored in the first inning, struck out swinging to start the second. 1-0 pitch. That one misses wide. You mentioned Eau Claire Memorial playing up at Mount Simon Park today, a doubleheader that was moved from tomorrow, given the threat of rain in the forecast. There's a strike. It's 1-2. And La Crosse Central in the opener leading Memorial 6-1 after 3. Curveball misses inside. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he's got a good late break to that curveball. He's been able to fool the Everest hitters a little bit. They keep ducking like it's coming at him. If he brings that down in the zone, it'd be a good-looking pitch for him.
Ground ball left side, Jarzynski with the glove. Throw across in time.
Another nice play.
The defense starting to shine here at Carson Park. A 1-2-3 inning. Huskies coming to bat bottom 4 when we return on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crop season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
New pitcher for DC Everest here in the bottom of the 4th. Caden Bankston, right-hander, will take the mound, the third pitcher of this ball game for Everest. Huskies will send up Brayton Tillman, James Jarzynski, and Caleb Moss, 6, 7, 8 in their lineup.
Bankston taking over for Sherrick, and Sherrick really settled in nice there for the second and third inning. Only gave up the 1 run. So hopefully Bankston can follow him up and, again, continue to throw strikes for Everest.
Bankston delivers a strike.
We were talking about how great these plays have been on defense in the last couple innings, and everybody's ready. The ball's getting put in place, strikes are being thrown, and guys are coming up big with some really nice defensive plays.
Bouncing ball right side. Shimoleski bobbles it. The throw in time.
Good coverage there by Bankston, doing his job to cover first.
Tillman is retired on the 3-1 putout. James Jarzynski will step in. Update on that Eau Claire Memorial score. It is now 8-6. La Crosse Central leading Eau Claire Memorial after 5.
Yeah, playing up there on that Babe Ruth field, I got a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring games in that one.
And Jarzynski plunked with that one. The second time in this game he's been hit. We saw Jarzynski as a running back for Eau Claire North, and he's the kind of kid that he actually sought out contact.
Yeah, this is
as a running back. So that's not going to phase him.
This isn't going to phase him. He just might swipe second base just to rub it in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Caleb Moss now at the plate. Moss takes a strike. Bankston, the third pitcher, has come in here just saying, here you go. I'm just going to throw strikes and see it and hit it. Swing and a miss by Moss. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Yeah, nothing but fastballs so far from Bankston, like you said. Just coming right at him. Just made that one mistake there to Jarzynski, but other than that.
Jarzynski with the good lead over at first.
Yeah, he did take a couple extra steps right there. So good job checking him back.
Wind has calmed down a little bit. It's more of a breeze now, but still blowing out to center field.
Yeah, definitely still giving that ball some carry.
Moss, a little looper right back to the mound. Throw back to first, not in time as Jarzynski hustles back.
Real good pitch there from Bankston. He got that inside on his hands, literally hit it off the handle and just blooped it right back to him. Good pitch.
So now Ryan Hall will step in. Hall was hit by a pitch, scored in the first inning, flew out to left in the second. 9 runs in the first inning for the Huskies. They tacked one more on in the third. Everest scored all 5 of its runs first inning. Hall takes that one for a strike. That one gets away. Jarzynski on his way to second. He'll get there without a throw.
Good read there by Jarzynski. Seeing that one get away to get himself moved up and in scoring position with 2 outs.
Ball and a strike to Ryan Hull. Lifted to shallow center.
This
Here
is gonna be
comes
trouble.
McDonald, and he
got
makes the one-handed catch. Huskies get a base runner, but they're retired in the 4th inning. We'll head to the 5th when we return on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Top of the 5th inning here at Carson Park. After an extremely long first inning, this one has picked up the pace. Everest will send up Caden Bankston, Nate Langbin, and Andrew Cotter against the right-hander Maddox Gertz, who's been sharp since coming on in relief in that first inning. Works ahead of Bankston. Bankston takes that one outside, 1-1.
Yeah, since Gertz has come in the first inning, he's only given up 1 hit so far.
Swing and a miss.
Good action on that fastball.
One ball, 2 strikes. Driven to left. Tillman going over. It's over his head and all the way to the wall. Bankston will hold up at second. That's the best hit ball all game long for the Evergreens, and it comes off the bat of Caden Bankston, who began this game as the designated hitter, came in last inning as the DH. Now Nate Langbin will step in.
And Bankston's actually got both hits, both doubles today for Everest.
Yeah, doubled back in the second inning.
Yeah, that was that 130-footer that blew out there.
That dropped in there.
Yeah, that one he earned. He hammered that one to the fence.
Langman skies one left side. Jarzynski drifting back. Still going back and makes the catch.
Well, that's a great play by Jarzynski. That's really Hesselman's ball right there. Hesselman's got to come over and call him off. He's got a better angle, but Jarzynski stayed with it and made the play. That's a lot tougher than he made it look.
He got a great break on that one, and he called it right away, and you're right. Yeah, normally you see the shortstop going over. I think Hesselman was shading a little bit towards second, trying to keep the runner close there at the base. There's
How about
one
again?
Lifted to left,
Oh,
and that's going to
drops in.
drop in fair. Runner gets the green light. The throw comes to second. Bankston scores on the single by Andrew Cotter.
Well, he actually made a really nice pitch, fisted him, and just blooped it over the third baseman's head, landed in fair territory about 2 feet. Tough break right there on a good pitch.
So the score is now 10-6. Huskies on top of the Evergreens. Colin Ebersold will step in. Walked with the bases loaded in the first. Got his RBI there. Struck out looking in the third.
Looks like we got a pinch
Now
hitter there, yeah.
We do have a pinch hitter.
So hitting for Ebersold to number 20.
That's Matt Reether.
Reether.
Runner at first, one down. That one misses. One ball, no strikes. Now count is even 1-1. Outfield shading in just a bit. It's the right-handed hitting Reether. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2.
Good pitch right there. Looked a little fooled. Gets himself ahead in the count 1-2. Everest continues to look to chip away here. Now they've got one so far here in the fifth.
One ball, two strikes, one out. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Maddox Gertz. Two down here in the Evergreens half of the fifth. And Noah Shimoleski will step to the plate. First baseman reached on an error and fouled out to the catcher on a really nice play by Huskies' Jack Gorman.
Gertz doing a nice job, continues to throw strikes. Been kind of hurt this inning with a couple of C&I single down the line and only one hard hit ball.
That one misses outside, 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Here is some activity out in the Huskies bullpen.
Shimoleski looking just to put this ball in play, see if something good can happen with two strikes here.
And he went around. A tag applied by the catcher, Gorman. So a pair of strikeouts for Maddox Gertz. Evergreens get a run. We're going to move to the bottom of the fifth here at Carson Park. Eau Claire North coming to bat and leading 10-6 on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties, and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We move to the bottom of the fifth inning here at Carson Park. The home team, Eau Claire North Huskies, leading the DC Everest Evergreens by a score of 10-6. Bob Radovich, Dave Sparger with you. Gabby Anderson, our producer. We thank all of our sponsors for making these games possible, and thank all of you who may be watching on the web stream. Got any number of games you can watch via the website. Glad we can be bringing this one to you. Caden Bankston remains on the mound for Everest. He is the third pitcher in this game for the Evergreens, and the Huskies back to the top of the order with Jack Kane.
This is the third time he's led off an inning now.
Walked twice in that 9-run first inning. Came around to score there. Doubled and scored in the third. Takes that one inside. It count as 1-1. It kind of figures Kane would be involved in a lot of the scoring plays for the Huskies. Good contact hitter. He's got some pop. He's got some wheels. Good plate discipline.
Oh, absolutely. He is truly one of the real good hitters around. Like you said, just so disciplined. He doesn't seem to chase.
Takes that one for a strike, count even 2-2. Huskies were the sectional champions last year, but did graduate plenty of talent from that club. Rip to right, and that gets down for a hit. Jack Kane is on. All right, he's reached base in all 4 of his plate appearances. He's officially now 2 for 2. With a pair of walks. That's a productive day.
Yeah, it continues to show why he is one of the premier players around.
Now Logan Hesselman. Hesselman had a bases clearing double back in the first. He's 1 for 3. I was just going to ask you, Sparks, if you put Kane in motion here. It's still a 4-run margin.
Yeah, you're still looking to get some up. Just one of those things. Do you like how someone hitting with that open spot on the right side? First baseman's holding, kind of gives him a bigger hold. It kind of goes a little bit on your scouting. What do you think of the catcher? If you think he's a talented catcher, maybe you don't risk it so early in the inning because there's nobody out. Wait till there's 1 out or 2 outs. I like holding him here. Let that lefty hitter try to hit through that hole.
Yeah, you're right. It is a big hole over there. Now the runner goes. There's the throw, not in time. So the Huskies had Kane in motion. He steals second base.
Well, there again, that's knowing Kane's speed. So obviously Coach Fish is like, yep, he's got the speed to beat this because that was a good throw. That was a good release right on the base. But again, Kane's speed just flat out beat it. Now Hesselman can actually hit one to the right side and move him up to third, get him into third base with 1 out.
1-1 pitch. Hesselman takes that one outside and low. Count now 2 balls and a strike. There's a strike on the outside corner. Count is now 2-2.
Gene Hesselman right there is trying to stay away from the outside, try to get something inside that he can pull. Either drive it through the hole or at least get it to the right side and move that runner up. But if you go the other way, you sure could. Shortstop Soppy is way over at the middle.
Grounded back to the mound.
Oh.
They get the out at first. Bankston could have had a play over there at third. But
yeah, he turned to check him, and I think he was just in his head like, I'll check him and take it to one, because you're right, he definitely had a play at third.
So one down here in the fifth inning. Jack Gorman comes to the plate. Gorman has reached twice via the error. He's also grounded out. Did come around to score in his first at-bat in the first inning.
Everest is going to pull the infield in, try to cut that run down, not give the Huskies any more.
Gorman takes a ball.
One of the things that the Huskies have always been so good about is getting that sack bunt or the safety squeeze down. Just prolific in their program in the past when they wanted to run with the runner at third. Guys are so good at putting that bunt down. Now, obviously with Jack Gorman, your three-hole hitter, you don't see it coming here. Infield in, you're going to let him swing away.
Yeah, you just want Gorman to just get the ball out in the outfield.
Well, and again, yeah, if he hits it hard on the ground, the odds are it's going to get through. So big at bat right here for Jack Gorman in the three-hole. Try to get that run in as Jack Kane standing at third.
Two balls and a strike.
Ooh, good pitch.
Gorman had a notion held up, and that one just nipped the outside corner.
Yeah, Bankston, if he could live right there, he might be able to get this out that he needs with a guy on third. Real good pitch right there.
Two balls, two strikes. Went back there again. Gorman didn't offer, and the count is full. Driven to left, down the line, and fair. All the way to the wall. Jack Kane will score. Gorman heading into second with an RBI double.
Well, that's why you're going to let your three-hole hitter swing away in this situation. Great rip it down the left field line. Double and an RBI.
So the Huskies get that run back in their half of the fifth inning, and they now lead it 11-6. And we'll get a courtesy runner for the Huskies, and that's now Gio Basile. So now stepping in is Chase Watkins. Watkins had an RBI triple his last at-bat. Right back up the middle. Soppy the pick in the throw. They got him.
Yeah, that actually went off of Bankston, the pitcher's bare hand. Kind of a comebacker. He didn't react with the glove. He reacted with the free hand. So it kind of came off his hand. And then Soppy reacted to the fact that it had been slowed down. Came across. Nice pick and throw for the big second out.
Score that 1-1-6-3. Now Trenton Palmer will step in. Palmer had an RBI single in the first. Also reached on an error.
Bankston's working quick. Doing a nice job.
Also reached via the hit in the third inning. And Bankston has worked ahead in the count 0-2. Lifted foul. Just beyond the bleachers, down the left field line, and some ball players down there. They're going to retrieve that one. It's the Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran baseball team who will be playing under the lights here at Carson Park tonight. The lights are on. It's become a cloudy but still very pleasant evening here in Eau Claire. The temperature has dropped just a bit. It's now 78.
Bankston there went with a little bit of a changeup on the outside. Good pitch. Tried to see if he could get Palmer to fish, but he didn't. Runs it to 1-2.
Palmer takes that one low. Count is even 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lifted high in the air. Shortstop Soppy going back. He can't make the play. So Basile, the courtesy runner, comes around to score.
Well, great effort there by Soppy to try to go out there and get one. Well, again, if that left fielder's got any chance on that play, he's got to call him off as he's running in, but didn't hear much, so I'm assuming Soppy just was going to play that out.
Yeah, and that is a different left fielder. I'm trying to get the number out there, Sparks. It's a double-digit number.
I think that Matt Rather, who came in to pinch hit for Eversold last inning in left field.
Yeah, that looks to be the number 20 out there. So the runner at first is Palmer. Brayton Tillman at the plate. Huskies with a 6-run lead here. And Tillman takes that one inside. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. Stolen base, Trenton Palmer. Good throw by Cotter, but it pulled the shortstop Soppy to the third base side of second.
Yeah, kind of a half pitch out right there. Went to the outside of the fastball and gave him a good chance for that release, but Palmer got a great jump.
2-1 pitch to Tillman. Takes that one a little low, and it's 3-1. Tillman gets a piece. Count is full, 3-2.
Bankston does have an open base, so that if he doesn't have to necessarily come right at him with a fastball.
Lifted in the air. Shimoleski backpedaling. Now the second baseman coming over, Logan George, and makes a nice running catch.
Yes, great play by Logan George, taking charge there.
That'll do it for the Huskies in their half of the fifth, but they pick up 2 more runs. And after 5, it's Eau Claire North 12, DC Everest 6. You are watching non-conference baseball on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
We move to the 6th inning here at Carson Park. DC Everest will send up 9-1-2. The scheduled hitters, Pearson McDonald, Kyler Soppy, and Jake Versamak against Maddox Gertz, the second pitcher for North, who's been sharp since entering the game in relief back in the first inning. After the Evergreens had put up a 5 spot, Huskies came back in their half of the first to score 9 times. And right now the score is North 12, Everest 6. McDonald 0 for 2. Flew out to center in his last at-bat. Gertz pitching out of the stretch, and that one nicks the batting helmet of Pearson McDonald, so he reaches via the hit by pitch.
Yeah, I left that curveball in just a little inside.
Back to the top of the order now, Kyler Soppe. Walked twice in that long first inning, scored the first time around, struck out looking in his last at-bat, fourth inning.
And the Huskies are starting to scramble down to their bullpen to get somebody warmed up here.
Soppe takes that one just a little bit low. Yeah, if you're Everest, you just want to keep the score where it is and maybe try to pick up a couple.
Yeah, you're in the right spot of the order. Your number 9 guy gets on. Now you're at the top.
Gertz misses outside with that pitch. That one catches the corner. Count is 2-1 now to Soppe. Huskies looking for a ground ball here. Bouncing ball, Hesselman has it. To second for one. The turn by Kane, not in time. They do get the lead runner.
Yeah, Soppe too fast for that one to get to, but a good job getting that first one. Always get that lead runner.
So Soppe, now the runner at first. Jake Versamak will step in. He's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts, grounded out to short. His last at-bat. He lines one to left. Tillman going back makes the catch.
Well hit, but just right at him.
So 2 down here in the Evergreens half of the 6th. Logan George will step in. George was hit by a pitch in the first inning, came around to score, but he's 0 for 2 since that appearance. Soppe remains at first. Gertz trying to make this a quick inning. He's ahead in the count, 0-1.
Yeah, real good pitch. Tied him up inside. Good job getting ahead.
Soppe a decent lead over at first. But down by 6. I would not imagine that this is a steal situation for Everest.
True. Yeah, you've got your 3-hole hitter up. You're trailing. You've got to let the 3-4 hitters try to drive some runs in. Can't run yourself out of an inning.
Swing and a miss. Another nice pitch. A little wrinkle by Gertz. I'm very impressed with what Maddox Gertz has done.
Oh, absolutely.
In this ball game.
Yeah, you want to talk about an MVP right now. He would definitely be the guy coming in the first inning. Wheels are falling off, giving up 5 runs, and he comes in and just rights the ship. Done an outstanding job on the mound.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Logan George.
Little run and
Lifted
hit.
to right. Ryan Hull going back, looking into the sun, makes the grab. So the Evergreens are retired here in the 6th inning. And when we return, Dave Sparger is going to take you the rest of the way, as I've got an MC appearance not too far from here over at Hobbs Ice Center. So thanks to all of our viewers. You're in good hands with Spargs, who will take you the rest of the way. When we return, it'll be the bottom of the 6th inning, and Eau Claire North coming to bat, leading DC Everest by a score of 12-6.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Well, welcome back to Carson Park as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Eau Claire North at bat, up 12-6 here over DC Everest. Coming up here for the Huskies, 7, 8, 9 in the order. That's Jarzynski, Moss, and Hull. And it looks like DC Everest has got a new pitcher on the mound, number 12, Noah Shemileski, in here to pitch the bottom of the sixth here for the Evergreens. And really, the relievers have done a nice job as they've come in the game here. Once we got through the starters not being able to throw enough strikes, a lot of walks, kind of slowed the game down to a crawl. All the relievers have come in and done a really nice job and really kept this game going real nice since then. So far, we've got the Huskies with 12 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. Everest 6 runs on just 3 hits and 3 errors. So James Jarzynski up to bat. Shemileski, his first pitch. Jarzynski rolls one to the shortstop. Good play there by Soppy. 6-3 on your putout. 1 pitch, 1 out. We got a pinch hitter here coming up for Moss. Number 14, Nick Tumani. And here's your first pitch and a strike. Working ahead again. First pitch strike. Nice job by Shemileski getting ahead. 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. Another ground ball to short. Soppy on the pick and a throw. Smooth 6-3 put out for out number 2. And another pitch hitter for the Huskies. Going to go with number 13, Elijah Rathke. So Rathke get a chance to get a swing here with 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. Only had 3 pitches and 2 outs, both of them ground balls to the shortstop. Bottom of the sixth. And strike 1 again. Nothing fancy here from Shemileski. First pitch strikes, getting ahead, creating those ground ball outs. He comes set. Here's your 0-1 delivery. Popped up to the right side. That's going to stay in play, but will he get there? He does not. Just out of his reach. Good job by the right fielder. Actually, that is a new right fielder. Number 4, Jake Versamick. Good effort out there in right field. Always a tough field out here in Carson Park with that sun setting. But Shemileski up now, 0-2 on the count. Rathke pinch hitting. And what do you know? Ground ball to short. Oh, it eats him up on a tough hop. Soppy had that one roll up his wrist and get out there to the center field. They'll have to score that one in E6. So that'll extend the inning. And unfortunately for the Evergreens, that brings the top of the order up with Jack Kane, who's already doubled and singled. He's 2 for 2 with 2 walks, 3 runs scored today. He has had a good outing. So after the check, the runner at first, we come set. First pitch is in the dirt, gets away. That'll move Rathke up to second base. So Rathke at second, 2 outs. Jack Kane ahead in the count, 1-0. And here's your 1-0 pitch to Kane. On the outside corner, a good pitch from Shimiluski. That'll even it up at 1-1. Oh, again on the corner. Good pitch. On the black, on the outside edge, runs the count to 1-2. Just don't believe Jack Kane is even phased by 2 strikes. Too good a hitter. He's got good plate discipline. He's going to be able to hit with 2 strikes easy enough. And here's your 1-2. And there it is. Base knock to left center. That'll drive in a run. Oh, gets away from the center fielder. He'll come into second. Standing. I think you got to score that one a single with an E8. That's his 3rd hit on the day. And another RBI for Jack Kane. Both times on the last time up, he's had 2 strikes on himself, but finds a way to drive it to a gap with 2 strikes. Again, good piece of hitting. So that brings us across the 13th run for the Huskies. Another pinch hitter here now. Number 9, Cole Rupert. He's going to pinch hit here for Hesselman. So Rupert at bat with 2 outs. And there's a slow chopper to the shortstop. Picks, throws, on the run. Nice play. Soppy with a nice play. Is he okay, though? Looks like he might be a little shaken up after that play. Checking him off. Looks like he's up. And he's hustling off. So that's good to see. So, inning ends with a nice play. All 3 outs there from 6-3. But Huskies tack on another run, making it 13-6 after 6.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
And welcome to the top of the 7th here at Carson Park. Eau Claire North hosting DC Everest in a Friday night tilt. We head to the top of the 7th with the Huskies up 13-6. And we've got a new battery in here for the Huskies. First on the mound is number 16, Aiden Ecker, a junior. Behind the Dicks is Knox Weathers, a senior for the Huskies. So Ecker taking over here in the 7th, trying to close this one out. Quite the game so far tonight as the first inning. 14 runs were scored on just 1 hit. Both starters struggled finding a strike zone. A lot of walks, hit by pitch. But I'll tell you what, since the bullpens have come in, it has really picked up the pace. Good pitching, forced the ball to get put into play. And this has gone much smoother. Well played after the first inning. Some clutch hitting, some big doubles off the wall. Taking advantage of some nice runs and hits. And right now the Huskies lead 13-6, top of 7. And here's the first pitch from Eckers. He gets ahead, strike 1. Bankston up to bat for the Evergreens as they've got 4, 5, and 6 in the order this inning. The 0-1 pitch a little inside. Runs the count to 1-1. Bankston's 2 for 2 on the day. He's been on base all 3 times with a pair of doubles. His last double was a ringing double to left center off the wall. Now he finds himself behind 1-2 in the count. Oh, good pitch off the plate. Gets him fishing. Throw it a 1 to get him. And they execute that for the first out. Now coming to bat, number 23, Nate Langdon. Langdon for the Evergreens today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Hacker's first pitch is a little low for ball 1. And your 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the right side. Evens it up at 1-1. So top of the 7th, 1 out here. Just an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball here in historic Carson Park. It's good to be back. And your 1-1 pitch down a little low. Gave a little breaking pitch there. That'll run the count to 2-1 to Langdon. 2-1 pitch, a little outside with the fastball. Langdon now ahead in the count, 3-1. 3-1 count with 1 out here, top of the 7th. And there's ball 4. So Nate Langdon draws a walk with 1 out. Next coming up, yeah, it is number 24, Andrew Cotter. He is takes first pitch down low for ball 1. Langdon on first. Cotter at the plate. Here's your 1-0. In the dirt, gets away. And Langdon will make it easy into second standing up on that wild pitch. Runs the count to 2-0. So 2-0 here to Cotter. Fastball, swing and a miss. Swung right through that pitch. Runs the count to 2-1. Again, Langdon off on second. Fouls it off. Cotter on a good cut. That'll even the count, though, to 2-2. Ecker comes back with 2 good pitches. Cotter looking to guard the dish now on this 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off, and he does just that. Fouls it off to the left side and out of play. Takes that one inside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Fouls it back. Good job by Andrew Cotter staying alive. Well, they always like to say anything you see over 5 pitches, you've had a quality at bat, and he's done that as he's now on his 7th pitch of the at bat. Hits it hard to second baseman. Oh, had him leaning. It gets by him. That's going to score a run. Boy, we got to call that a single. through the hole there. Well hit by Cotter. Good at bat right there, driving in the run. As Langman scores easily to score the 7th run for the Evergreens. So Matt Ruther up for his second plate appearance now. Cotter takes the lead at first. Ruther takes one high and tight. That'll be ball 1. Comes right back. There we go. Ecker answers with a strike. Let's count to 1-1. Ruther trying to keep this 7th inning alive with just 1 out and 1 run in so far. There's a base knock up the middle. Good base hit. That'll keep him going. Just keep moving the line, as they say. Give yourself a chance. First and second with back-to-back singles. Shimiluski up to bat. Now with runners on first and second and 1 out. He sits it. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Has reached on an error. Ecker gets ahead with a nice fastball on the outside edge. 0-1's your count. Cotter with the lead off at second. Ruther at first. Gets ahead 0-2 on a little delayed strike call right there. So he's ahead in the count, 0-2. And ball inside and hits him. That's going to load the bases. So Shimiluski wears one on the hip. He'll take that base. Now up the 9-hole hitter, Pearson McDonald, who is 0 for 2, and he was hit by a pitch his last time up. We got bases loaded, 1 out, and a 7-13 game as Evergreen's trying to make some noise here in the 7th. Oh, ground ball to the right side, slowly hit, picked up by the first baseman, nice execution. First base to the pitchman, cover, good job by Ecker getting over there, and gets the second out. That will get another run in. But if you're the Huskies, you don't care about that. You care about getting that second out of the inning. So a big out right there for the Huskies. Well, Kyler Soupy coming up. Soupy, high fly ball. Let's see who's going to get there. Oh, second baseman. I do believe he caught it. Jack Kane goes back to reaches back, catches it, and in the webbing it flies out of his mitt. He reaches back for a second time and comes up with it. So Jack Kane with a circus catch to end this one. So that'll end it here in the top of the 7th as Jack Kane comes up with that catch. And your final score is going to be the Eau Claire Huskies 13. DC Everest will be 8. Security Health Plan helps individuals, businesses find the right health insurance programs for kids, adults, and families. Security Health Plan will also help you navigate Medicare and Medicaid. Self-employed? No problem. Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Culligan Water. Get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. Well, we're going to try to give you...
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
See if the mic check works really quick.
You ready? Check, check. Mic check.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll head down and wave at you. Back here at Carlton Park, as we just saw Eau Claire North take care of the DC Everest Evergreens 13-8 today. And with me in this post-game interview is head coach Jordan Fish here with the Huskies. Well, interesting start to tonight's game, but obviously it finished the way you wanted to.
Yeah, and that's something we've struggled in the first inning so far this year. But again, kids stayed locked in. We battled back and took advantage of some opportunities and got some big hits there. And, we're able to get ourselves back in the game and then get a little lead.
I thought Gertz came in and did an outstanding job for you. Boy, you just kind of had the wheels falling off in that first inning. He seemed to just kind of come in and settle everything down, didn't he?
He did, and he's a kid that emotionally, he's just very steady. and you talk about the value of kids playing multiple sports and him not having that varsity baseball experience, but playing some varsity basketball. The moment's not too big for him. He comes in, does the job, and, he competed and he threw fantastic. So, he definitely, player of the game for us.
Yeah, we agree. We talked about that upstairs, how he came in and really kind of showed us stuff tonight. Did a great job for you. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Jack Kane, though. Boy, can that guy hit. Boy, you just got a nice leadoff hitter there. Seems like every time he gets up, he finds a way to get himself on base.
Yeah, and he's a spark plug. As soon as he gets on the base, too, he's going to steal some bases. He's going to run the bases hard. He's a kid that definitely, in that leadoff spot, as he goes, our team's going to go this year. And Jack's ready to take on that role.
As you look ahead, who do you have next week?
Menominee.
So you've got Menominee Tuesday and Thursday. Yep. Do you feel a little more comfortable now with what you got for pitching? I know that's one of the things early in the season. That's why you like these non-conference games. It's to see what we've got as far as the pitching staff. Were you able to get some of that today?
Yeah, we were. And we've had, all 7 of our kind of kids that we're counting on to throw some innings for us. We've had them all up at some point this year already. We've seen some good things. We've seen some things we need to work on. But all of it is experience, and I think we can learn from all of it.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck next week. That's Coach Fish with the Eau Claire Huskies, and that's Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Thanks for watching today, everybody, and we'll see you next week.